Oasis Tier 3, Week 1. This is Night 2. We have Zanshin Tactics versus Prodigy Noobs. I will be your caster, OwOasis, and I'm joined by Coach Preacher Dad.
Hello.
So for map 1, we have Busan.
Initiating match.
Mecha Base is the map we're going to get rolled on the map. So Zanshin Tactics are a returning team. They were formerly Duck Duck Dive. They've made quite a few pickups in the off-season. As we can see, K2 on the tank line now. A really good main tank pickup for them. And then you have Prodigy Noobs over here in red. They are a new team. And the only name I recognize from last season on there, myself personally, is Cloud Lemon. So we'll have to see how this team performs. Yeah. We see Zanshin opt for the down low route. They're going to use teleporter, Prodigy Noobs are, to get on the point here. They've got the Symmetra, they've already got turrets set up on the ground on the point. Two of them already destroyed by Demo, just punching in. Prodigy Noobs have more point presence. We'll have to see if Zanshin can come in and get anything done with it. KDB and Demo, though, they find two picks of their own. The picks are back and forth here. Trades relatively even. Demo kind of bullying Mexi. The trap's going to finish him. Daddy needs you on the Junkrat, finding a couple of kills, and Demo finishing off Lemon. That'll be the first point cap of the series going to Zanshin Tactics.
Yeah, that's pretty clean. Everybody's still alive.
Now their respawns are back, so they'll be able to contest up here at this door. This is going to be really hard for Prodigy Noobs to break into, given that they have to push into this Junkrat. But they're not even going to take that door. They're just going to rotate all the way around. They might get stuck in the trap. Mexi spots it out, breaks it. K2 going to get aggressive here. I'm probably going to see a Riptire from Daddy. It finds three. The push is already done. Prodigy Noobs has to leave. And that is the best case scenario.
Wow. Really impressive right here to start off.
Absolutely.
Quick tire build.
Didn't even realize that that tire had already come online for them. Prodigy Noobs are going down low though, and it doesn't look like Zanshin have realized it yet. Really early use of the cold here. But Daddy Needs You already found 2 kills. We see Zanshin Tactic down here, just on the point, reclaiming presence. Demo with a nice punch on the boss there.
Yeah, Demo putting in some work. He's been able to get on the flank at will.
These DPS for Zanshin are really popping off here. KDB as well, acting as a third DPS on that Moira. I'm glancing up and seeing some of these, like, a good chunk of these final blows going to her.
Yeah, it's like Daddy let Redemo have a few of the kills that time.
Yeah, Daddy Needs You is really going nuts right now on the Junkrat. He's got another tire. He's using another tire. The Zarya personal bubble's already out. Ooh, that's a big shatter! He finds 3 again!
Goodness.
That will likely be round 1 going to Zanshin Tactics. It is. There's no way anybody makes it. Round 1 to Zanshin Tactics.
Dominating performance there.
Absolutely.
Saw 2 mirrored comps there, except for the DPS. DPS, both teams running Ryan Zarya, both teams running Moria Lucio.
Yep.
Ready for battle.
I think the compositional picks for Prodigy Noobs hurt them a lot because they didn't have any burst damage, like, at all to throw into the Junkrat brawl of Zanshin.
Yeah, the coordination, really impressive. Really impressive from Zanshin there.
2, 1. Round.
Daddy Needs You, like, really getting some crazy tires off here.
Yeah, he is a problem for him, that's for sure.
Vices is a pretty strong hit scan though. We see them on the Ashe. Gonna contest Demo's Widowmaker. Spicy Nomi up there contesting.
That's what you gotta do.
That does take a tank out of the fight though, and they're gonna have a brawl fight on point. Capital able to get the pick on the
Widow
Demo.
goes down to the debuff.
And Ares get a lot of charge with the Symmetra and kind of force Zanshin back. K2 aggresses on the Mexi and finds the pick. Nomi drops on the point though and takes out the main healer for Zanshin, and a res comes through on the Mexi. A big anti-nade coming through for Mystic Angel, but I don't think it's going to be enough. It's just a little too late. Mystic Angel gets out and Prodigy Noobs take their first cap of the series on round 2.
Right.
So we see the sim setting up here. This is going to be a rough point for them to crack back open now that they've lost the objective. And Vices with a really early pick on the demo while Zanshin makes his rotation around back. It's going to help them get rid of these turrets, but the sim wall is going to be super helpful for this team. And a huge shadow comes through, finds 4! K2 with a nano, but it's too late. His team's already gone, and so is he. Now they're just going to get the cleanup onto the Zarya and the Moira. Katie trying to get out with just a sliver of health is going to manage to do so. We see Nomi up here already ready. The Echo swap coming through. Demo's kind of tired of getting D.Va and Ashe with a Mercy pocket focus down. There comes the tire from Daddy Needs You. Is it going to be big? It needs to be big. Finds the Reinhardt. Cold. Both come out. Ooh, Spicy's going to find the Lucio. Daddy Needs You, though. Oh, just half the team gets deleted here. It looks like Prodigy Noobs is just really split up right now. Cloud's just kind of stalling out on point, trying to get him a little, just a few more percentage ticks, but 81% is where it's going to stop. That's good for them, though. This does put them in one fight territory. We see now the Prodigy Noobs are going to push Demo off the high ground. Did a lot of damage to Demo before they dropped. They don't really have any heroes other than the Echo to go up there and contest this high ground, and Vices is going to pick KDB. This grab is huge, though. They need to execute on it, and Daddy Needs You in K2. The massive amount of damage that comes from them on a grab goes through. Cloud Lemon going to res Symmetra, and a few picks have come through thanks to Vices. And Vices is going to find the pick on the K2. They're just one-man armoring this on the point. Bob comes out. Insane's gone. Bob gets the pick on the Mystic Angel. And just like that, in a fight that looked pretty neutral, Vices just takes this fight into his own hands and turns it for Prodigy Noobs. And now Zanshin Tactics are left in this one fight-ish area. They've swapped to the Wrecking Ball. Junkrat and KDB following Insane onto the point. They get the touch for overtime. Is it going to be enough? The Riptire coming out from Daddy Needs You. They need to get destroy it. Vices is trying, but they don't. Daddy Needs You finds 2. The bomb's not going to find anything, but Nomi, while they were demech, finds Daddy Needs You. Mexi falls. Vices up on this high ground, but Demo finds the pick anyway. Zanshin Tactics are looking to flip this point with this fight as long as they don't see 9 here trying to kill Nomi, and it doesn't look like they're going to. The point flips again. And it looks like Zanshin really want to wrap this map up on this round, not wanting to see Sanctuary come through yet. We see Prodigy Noobs putting Vices back up on this high ground, but Insane now has the ability to go up there and fight them. Vices with the pocket though, gonna force Insane down. Big shatter coming out from Mexi, and the wall to help protect them. K2 pushes in though, gets the kill on the Mexi with the help of Daddy. This Symmetra though, doing a lot of damage, but gets stuck in the trap, and K2 executes on it. Nomi's alone on the point, but Cloud Lemon's gonna get the res in the Ares. The Symmetra's back, and Bob is on point. Most of the picks are in favor. K2 is just swinging away at these squishies on point. Gets the Moira, going after Ares with the Sim damage, and Bob together, gonna knock him out. It's hard to say how this fight's gonna go as long as Bob's on point, but he's gone now. The Symmetra is getting set up. These turrets are gonna hurt a lot. Daddy Needs You is feeling them. They finally get them broken. 3 members of Prodigy Noobs on point. These mines could help a lot. They do a lot of damage to Mexi. He's forced to hold his shield up. Now the barrier comes out for Zanshin Tactics here. Bomb from Spicy, not gonna find any kills. Cloud Woman with another res of the Ares. That's twice this fight. That is huge. And Vices gets a dynamite kill here. Mexi's just swinging away at this Echo duplicate. The bomb gets sent into the cover area, preventing them from going back there. Oh no, Insane going for a boom kill, throws himself into the train. Demo gets knocked out of the Echo here, the duplicate. And Prodigy Noobs are looking pretty good, on track to flip this point in favor of themselves. A Riptire from Daddy Needs You from halfway down. Could it be big enough to turn this? It gets broken, Nomi breaks it. And his shadow comes through on the both of the tanks. But KDB is healing them up the best she can. The point gets flipped, overtime wicket going down, and that will be Prodigy Noobs at a 99-99 taking round 2 of Busan.
Score 1-1. Ready for battle.
So now we go to the lovely Sanctuary. I have mixed feelings about this map. It could be fun depending on the composition you play here. I think playing main tank on this map has to be the hardest thing. It has to be the toughest of all control maps to play main tank here. Maybe aside from Ilios well.
3, 2, 1. Round 3.
I think I possibly had a mic malfunction there.
I think so.
Okay.
I haven't heard you for a little while.
Yeah.
My pause is not bound. Is it? Did somebody there it is. Found it. I was like, did somebody move the pause? What button did we move pause to?
Those were 2 clutch reses by Cloud on the last map.
Absolutely.
I was spectating the first one, and how they didn't see him. He just stuck right in behind the Ryan. He was basically standing on Ryan's heels.
I'm going to start the
res off there.
3-minute timer. Okay, it's R3. That's the melee button. Nomi is back. Let me make sure they're on their team. They are indeed. So I'm gonna go on ahead and send these teams back in here. So we do know Prodigy Noobs going into this first fight down a member, but they do have the sim turrets. Well, never mind, they've already been broken, and Demo finds a pick on the boss, but Cloud Lemon gonna get another res. Mexi out in no man's land here. Boss tries to go down to save them. Now out alone, Nomi's gonna have to go out to save them, but it doesn't quite happen. K2 gets the pick on the boss as well. Vice is finding the pick onto their counterpart. It's not gonna happen, unfortunately. That disconnect for Nomi there hurt them a little too much. That's a really unfortunate time to have a disconnect. That first fight is so pivotal. It's the only truly neutral fight you'll get, and that D-Mech on the Nomi as well is killer. Nomi gonna have to be a third DPS, just a tracer with no blinks.
Yeah,
with a slower weapon.
Crucial for them to get together and get a coordinated attack here.
Yeah. I do like seeing Insane on this ball. I find this dive pick here. Ooh, Vice is finding a key pick on the Mystic Angel. They're gonna go protect the body, it looks like. Oh, another pick. Vice is here.
Vice on the flank, left
Demo
flank here, flies right into everyone.
Demo gets a kill onto Vices, which could be huge, but Cloud Lemon's gonna res it up. Insane pops mines on point, which finds a kill on the Nomi just after they remaxed that poor Nomi. Good pin there from Mexi onto Insane. Cloud Lemon comes in to heal up their Reinhardt. And that'll be a flip coming through. That was a really chaotic fight, just in the sense of there was a lot of little things happening everywhere. It's really hard to pinpoint one true spot.
It was like a bench clearing hockey brawl. It dropped the gloves, went at it.
I find this composition that Zanshin Tactics are running really interesting, in the sense they're running this like dive comp with an Ashe in it. Bob's on point now, that'll be really helpful. Here comes a Riptire from Daddy Needs You, but it's not gonna find anything. Ares baits him, jukes out the tire, but dies to Daddy anyway. And now the bomb from the side of Prodigy Noobs comes out all the way to the room. It's gonna fight Demo alone. And now there's a sandwich pincer attack happening from Vices on both sides. The bomb on one side, Vices on the other. Beat comes through for Zanshin. Is it going to be enough? They do get the pick on the Vices, which seems to be something they need to do. Now Insane's going to start to spin the win on point. Nomi stuck in a trap, going to activate the bomb. Really good bubble from K2 though, preventing any deaths. Another Riptire coming out and it's destroyed. A great fire start from Mexi, but the flip comes through. It clears enough people off point. Progress is going to start going to Zanshin again, and now they're starting to clear Prodigy Noobs off the point. That is huge for them that they got that early flip, because now that puts Prodigy Noobs in a one-fight territory, and they lose their Moira at the tail end of the fight. Oh, but Insane, Insane to be playing risky here.
Yep, Monkey's down for Zanshin.
Oh, he is.
Would you be able to make it back in time?
That would probably be why Insane is playing risky. Mexi though really overextended. Aries though with a huge blossom drop off the drum. Finds that he needs you immediately, and they get the cleanup on the K2 and KDB. Aries just in this backline here wreaking havoc. Insane with the spin to win though.
Got wings up here.
Oh, they're gonna make this a nail biter over map 3.
Oh boy, yeah. There's no real good stun, no good way for Prodigy to stop the ball.
Nope. The only thing they can do is kind of charge him off point or change his direction with the coach gun. However, Demo kind of uncontested in this window here. We don't see Vices really contesting that spot. Now they are. Bob gets sent in. Bomb as well. Riptire gonna be used for Vices alone, it looks like. Oh, no, it finds a Rhino and the main healer. That's a huge opening pick for this. K2 though goes after Aries.
Equalizer on the red.
Insane. They're relying on serious DPS pop-off from these two right now, which I think they can rely on. But no, Mystic Angel finds Aries. Insane knocks out Vices, and Nomi's out of Mecha. The point's gonna flip here. Can Prodigy Noobs make it back in time? I don't think they can. The ball is going as fast as it can, but it's not fast enough. Zanshin Tactics will take map 1.
Boy, hard fought. You know, that first map was a wash. Pretty much dominated by Zanshin, but then Prodigy a good job of regrouping and coming back and making this exciting and competitive.
Absolutely. The first tire of the night. You love to see it. Zanshin did a really good job there. But Prodigy Noobs, they're definitely a team you can't count out until it's totally over, because their team is really good at excelling in times where things look bleak.
Yeah, just started a little slow, but showed a lot of resiliency there. That takes good team chemistry, because you know how Overwatch can be. Sometimes when things don't go well, they have more of a tendency to fall apart than they do to come together. So,
absolutely,
you know, that's definitely a sign of good chemistry from Prodigy there.
So for our next map, we'll be going to Blizzard World. Much different game from Busan. This map will, well, actually we could see a lot of the same from map 3 of Busan in here. Lots of long sight lines. Ash will be really good here. I'm interested to see if either of these teams will pull out a double shield of any sort. Maybe we see a Bastion, just maybe. Strife, the score is currently 1-0 in favor of Zanshin Tactics.
Now, does Jeff Kaplan comp us free tickets to Blizzard World for commentating the game? Because that's that
he
is
better.
Okay.
If he doesn't, there will be lawyers involved.
Right.
Are both teams already ready? No swaps. No swaps. Both teams ready. Okay, so we go again.
They're chomping at the bit to get at it.
They can yell at me if I read that wrong, but...
Welcome to Blizzard World.
We will know soon.
Yeah, somebody will yell at me.
Initiating match.
I haven't been yelled at yet, so I assume that was how that went. Those swaps, both readies. Bold
No,
move
boys.
though on Prodigy Noobs to go down a map, and they were fighting really hard though, so they might just think that whatever it was that went wrong for them on Busan is just a matter of a little better coordination. See them take another crack at a attack here. While the first defense of the night will be Zanshin Tactics, and for their first defense of the night, they're looking at just a true brawl comp. They don't have a Lucio though. That is a big,
It's interesting, yeah.
big exclamation point there for me. Your Reinhardt's gonna struggle a lot without that Lucio. He wants to get in and get out really quickly. If he puts himself in a spot where he doesn't want to be and doesn't realize that quick enough, without the Lucio, that is your Reinhardt going back to spawn room.
Attackers incoming.
Hi, Seth.
It is true. A little bit more doable on defense than without the frog, but I don't know, I like the speed too, like you.
Well, both of these teams opting for the Moira Mercy with their brawl comps. Definitely extra healing coming from the Mercy. Oh, but Mystic Angel going down the Vices early here.
That was
Big
quick.
mispositioning from Demo. Gonna use the Wraith to get back out though. This is a really nice Mei wall coming out from Ares here. Demo gets frozen but allowed to live. Nomi with a nice pick on the K2. And now Mexi gets a Fire Strike kill onto Insane. They've been whittling away at this team. Demo, the only one left on point now. While you see KDB up top just waiting to touch again.
Oh.
They use the Coalescence here. I don't know about that one, team.
I mean, I really hate Reaper too, but I don't know if I use that resource.
They're gonna try and recontest here. That's the plan. They know that Katie's there though. I think when she used that healing orb, they hurt her. Unfortunately, they're not gonna get the recontest.
Yes.
Oh, Mystic. Mystic was in a terrible spot, but did not get looked at, so everything is okay.
KDB down.
And now, Zanshin Tactics are in a pretty treacherous spot here, being down in numbers. Daddy needs you on a crazy flank in No Man's Land, but that's gonna be a big tire. That's gonna be a big tire. Oh no, it's not! Ares squiffed him out! Shatter comes through, gets two, not enough to really aggress on though. Grab is really big though. K2's just gonna swing away into it. Not gonna find any kills right away though. Mostly just tanks and chunky DPS.
Good job surviving
Cloud
that.
Lemon again, swooping in, getting a res, but Demo says, I do not care, everybody dies.
That Maywall really saved him from that grab. Step will block off a ton of damage with it. Really good play there.
Prodigy Noobs doing a
from
really good
Ares.
job kind of dancing around damage here. They should have lost this fight forever ago, but they actually look like the stronger team in this fight now. K2 really out of position here. I'm
Zanshin
quite
down on
impressed
support.
with Ares on this night right now. Oh no!
Big res, boy. That
Mystic brings K2 back just to die. I've been that Reinhardt.
it was impressive
That's
to get it
not
off,
nice.
but he was. Yeah, he was in a tough spot.
Yeah. We see Vices
And he didn't
again
have
doing
his dapper
Vices
down.
things, popping off, getting Demo down again. I think they're just gonna, Zanshin doesn't have a choice but to let them turn in here. This has been,
Oh, here comes the Bob on the flank.
Bob's on the flank, but I don't know. I
Force him
feel like
back
that
up the steps.
territory
Oh, the
already
Reinhardt's
belongs
now
to
separated
them.
off from the rest.
Poor K2 is just getting bullied at the end of these fights.
Yeah, he got split off from everyone else, backed up the steps, and he got kind of caught and had to back up.
Mexi hard aggressing onto the Zarya of Insane. Not gonna find the kill.
For a lot of time in the bank here if they can push this on through. It's a tough corner here.
Fire coming out from Daddy. If it just gets the Reinhardt, it does. That's a good pick. could start a stabilization, but Nomi picks off Daddy. Vice is taking this Ashe duel, gonna win the Ashe duel.
Oh,
Blizzard coming out from Ares here. Is it gonna... It's not finding anything, but it
Another
does
huge
push
res.
Zanshin back. Cloud is just getting reses and reses and reses. He's just...
Boy, I don't know if he's got invisibility turned on or what, but those are... He's pulled off some unbelievable reses.
Yeah, Cloud Lemon, there's a bargain sale on reses, and Cloud's stocked up on them. They're just gonna push this in for free here, I think. Nope. KDB does make it out on the point for just a second. K2 with a pin on the point, but Mexi with a nice counter pin. Zanshin are trickling on the point here, but unfortunately for them, Vices and Ares just going nuts on their respective DPS rolls.
Oh, this shatter bit is big. Only gets 2, but it's going to finish him off.
It's a really fast Blizzard World take for the type of map this can usually be.
Score
321 in the bank.
switching sides.
And that could increase based on whether or not Zanshin tactic capture within under a minute.
Very impressive push.
So I'm wondering if these two teams are just planning to play like straight brawl for the rest of the night, because aside from Hanamura, we're not going to get any more chances to really play the dive.
Ready for battle.
Nope, Prodigy Noobs
Well,
said, I am wrong. I should not predict anything ever again because they want to play Double Shield now.
Yep, Sigma Orisa. You know, if you can, still an effective comp, I think, if you,
Yeah.
especially if you get that shield rotation down, you know, and you have good chemistry and using both shields and always having a shield.
Looks like they're wanting to play the more... Okay, this actually looks pretty reminiscent of what Zanshin Tactics did last season for their Blizzard World stuff when I was reviewing their stuff. They like to run the double shield with the Torbjorn on Blizzard World. But it looks like Prodigy Noobs wants to put the turret on the statue instead of up there with the tanks behind the shields. Unfortunately, they can't put that turret behind the shield. Not fully.
Good old-fashioned bunker.
Yep. Very interesting bunker. The brawl of this team, though, is going to be able to just bypass it, go straight to point, and now this double shield is in a position to fight in a place they don't want to necessarily. But Zanshin aren't aggressing. We see the Reaper, Daddy Needs You going up here to fight Vices. Vices knocks him down. Daddy Needs You is 1 HP. They've got to get back somehow. No, he's going to rock him though.
Goes down with Sigma low. There goes
No,
Torb.
just Junkrat spam. Nobody's answering Vices though. If this is left unchecked, Vices will either do enough damage for the double shield to finally prevail, or just start picking off their team. K2
really
is just shield dancing with Mexi Sigma shield. Oh, the Bob takes out Demo. This is still really back and forth, but it favors Prodigy Noobs, especially now that Vices has this Bob in play. And Zanshin finally forced to back off. That's a tough loss to take. You used up nearly half of your time bank just to take that one fight.
You know, if I'm ever in a tough spot like that, I'd be glad to have that robot with a mustache.
For the people asking in chat, Zanshin Tactics took map. Harry's got moved for the little awning on point. So we see this brawl taking away this left side defensive positioning. Supercharger coming out. It's kind of unprotected though. They could use the Junkrat to get rid of it. There goes Insane getting rid of it. The lava's on point. Mystic Angel and Insane taking out the utilities for Prodigy Noobs, but it doesn't matter. They don't need them. And that'll be Zanshin Tactics already backing out of this fight too. Going down 3 and just escaping.
Yeah, they did a good job of spotting the spotting Daddy Needs You on the flank there on the Reaper. It wound up being a 3-on-1 and he had to back out.
Mm-hmm. I feel like if you're Zanshin Tactics, you need to answer Vices. So far, that's been the bane of their existence. This will be a nice flux, finds 3. They're not going to be able to execute on it. They actually might be able to execute on the mispositioning of Nomi. They do, and this tire might find the... Oh, it's going for 3 and finds it! Demo just brought this back from the grave! That'll be a team kill! Zanshin finally break this point A open with a great rip tire. I was just saying they could get punished for this mispositioning. That was a good flux, but there was no real follow-up opportunity to it without sticking your neck out. And that's what they did, and they paid the price for it, unfortunately. Vices, though, says no snowball. Oh, goodness, good stuff. Oh, getting a bit of a lag
still
spike.
on, definitely still on Zanshin here to move this pretty steady.
Yeah.
So they navigate this first corner.
Ares has moved to this Tracer, so there's not a lot of like pressure on Zanshin Tactics Brawl right now. They do need, again, they don't have anything other than their soldier right now to answer Vices.
Yeah, Vice has been very, very effective with his bob placement and usage.
And even though they just use Bob right there, I do believe Vices has been strong enough on just applying pressure to the right heroes to put a dent in Zanshin Tactics' progress. Nice Dynamite finds 4, but one of them bubbles out.
Yeah,
Here comes the Tech Visor, forces high ground away from them. Mexi's just going to stay on point. Just going to prevent the progress. Oh, they grab the ball and find 3 in it.
Oh,
K2's just going to swing away.
They got behind him on the flank.
You see Vices up on the high ground. The Junkrat of Demo going to go up there and try to contest it. Ares comes out of nowhere. Just one clips Demo down.
K2's the shatter available here.
Uh-oh. That's unlucky. And the charge.
He's going to go K2 possibly going for the flank shatter here. I believe he is. Here we go.
Huge from K2 finding 3. Yeah. Is there going to be any follow-up though? Unfortunately, now K2's just out of position.
No. Man.
Unfortunately, dies
mid-charge. Yeah. You wonder how well that was communicated. I was spectating and saw him sneaking around. But yeah, just no cleanup there. No cleanup, unfortunately for them.
So, Demo has tire. And if there's anything we know from Zanshin Tactics and their rip tires, is that they kind of have the potential to flip a fight.
Yeah, like Daddy and Demo taking turns popping off on the junk tonight.
And Demo's in position to do it again. Could get a 3K out of this tire. Just gonna go for the main tank this time. Might be enough. Here comes Bob. And a nice mid-air grab.
Wow.
But Zanshin Tactics, sturdy, hanging in there. They lose K2, but that might be all they lose here. But Desert Shadow comes through. Demo's down. Insane's on the ground. Mystic Angel falls. And now they're just relying on the spin to win from Insane. Prodigy Noobs might just take map 2 away and wrap this, or not wrap, but tie up the series. KDB's in position to touch. The overtime meter's now in play. The wicked stick burning away. Here comes the monkey. Monkey's on point. K2 makes it just in time on the Winston. The Winston falls, but now Mystic Angel's back on the Lucio. Blizzard comes out. Mystic Angel's frozen. There's going to be another touch, maybe. Insane's ball gets really far away from point there for a moment, but Demo makes it to the point on the Doomfist, punching people away, not quite getting the final blows though. Now Insane falls as well as Demo. Daddy needs you touches. Very impressive stall there. I'm pretty sure if KDB had touched right there, that would have been a full lap's worth of stalls.
Oh yeah, yeah. Looked like 6 brothers and sisters fighting over the go-kart there.
This big tire from Devo is what gave them a shot at point B. Really good control there to not just detonate on the Orisa. That would have been a surefire kill, but they wait, get the information that there are 3 up top, and go for that instead.
its own reward.
I am a sucker for Mei being used in series, and Ares was going crazy on the Mei. Really good icicle placement and wall usage.
Yeah, that she definitely there's the grab there on that first curve, second point, that saved a ton of damage from going into that grab.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a huge factor in that map.
So next we're going to Hanamura. We've already seen Prodigy Noobs playing around with the idea of a Symmetra on Busan. We may see that again.
And we can see if legend has it that whoever destroys the most arcade games before the match starts usually wins.
Alright, so we have our first swaps of the night at map 3. We will see Sleep Shake come in for... they'll be taking Mexi's place on the tank line for Prodigy Noobs. Nova will be coming in for Vices. And Boss and Cloud will be staying on the support line. And then we have swaps for Zanshin. Zanshin are A. I'll move them because I've got to swap the colors anyway. So Lily Night Raven has come in for KDB. Killerbot will be coming in for Mystic Angel. Killerbot is not in the server yet, are they? No. How did I get there? Back down. Where's Bambi? Bambi's coming in.
Yeah, Bambi oof.
Live in Truth will be in. This is a pretty hefty swap here. They're doing a full roster swap here. Manila's coming in.
Bring in the Hanamura specialists.
Yeah. Pop Tart's coming in. That'll be Zanshin Tactics this time around. Let's get people swapped to their specs. Have to swap the sides. I do not know offhand which team Stell belongs to. I'm gonna check the rosters real quick before I move them. They belong to Prodigy. So, going to swap the teams. So we have it ready from Prodigy Noobs. I need to change the team names. So, just as a reminder, Prodigy Noobs will be the blue team this time, and Zanshin Tactics will be the red team. I did not hit R2. That is unfortunate. Swap killer in for Mystic. Yes, I got you, Daddy. So we're just waiting on Live in Truth to give the ready. We have a ready from Prodigy Noobs. Once we have the ready from the side of Zanshin, we will play some Hanamura.
Do you anticipate any sim strats at any point during Hanamura?
Tough to say. Both these teams have sim players and history with sim strats, but teams have been shying away from Symmetra in Hanamura lately because of predictability.
Traveling to Hanamura.
A lot of teams kind of expect the sim strat and play something or position in a place to kind of deny it.
Ready for battle.
But it looks like our first attackers, Prodigy Noobs, which are the red team, another reminder, will be opting for no Symmetra. Instead, they would like to have a Somber Reaper brawl.
And a Bastion, Pharah, so death from the ground and death from above.
I was putting my phone on charge, so I didn't look to the top left of the screen yet. And all I have to say to Zanshin Tactics is toxic.
Toxic. With a capital A.
Yeah. They're setting the Bastion up in the spot too, behind the rock. They know what they want to do here. It's something they've clearly practiced.
It's a plan, right?
Or at least discussed with thorough detail. Bambi's shield's already broken.
Yeah, this could be, you know, you had that difficult position that for the Bastion there, but then you add the Pharah in the sky. It could be difficult to deal with if it's played well.
They've already picked one player from their team, D-Mech Live in Truth. Bambi's trying to get out. Not gonna happen.
Down goes the Rhine. They need to regroup here in a major way.
So, one element to playing Bastion, especially on this map, because Hanamura already has an infuriating choke, right? So, now you gotta be wondering, are Zanshin going to have the mental fortitude to not tilt at this? Because once they start tilting at this, it's game over for them.
Yeah, good strategy here. Rotate left.
Unfortunately, though, this double shield's just gonna play away from them. They're gonna set up in this back corner, and they're just gonna let Zanshin Tactics push into the Bastion murder. They're gonna shoot in through the window, but the Bastion can shoot through that window back at them. And you see Nova above them, dropping the barrage.
Oh boy.
Gets one.
Death from above.
Manila looking for picks through windows.
Oh, the Pharah's down. They've lost the Pharah, but I think the Bastion is the key pick.
And
then the res is out anyway.
Our boss showing that they can resurrect too. It's not just Cloud. Their Mercy can do it too.
That was a non-Cloud res.
Can we get we should get a tracker on that. How many reses do not belong to Cloud throughout the season? I want to compare every Mercy res Like, let's total them all up throughout the season and compare them to Cloud's reses at the end of the season. Because I feel like the number will be comparable, at least.
Well, you know, and there's been a few that have been pulled off, but they've just been in spots where the Ryan or whoever gets res just dies instantly.
Yeah.
But it seems Cloud has a way to pull them off, and then the hero also survives. I think that's what impresses me about him.
Yeah. Also a nice direct shot onto Manila from Nova.
Doing its thing, and now we got a counter Pharah. We got two birds in the sky.
It's a brave pick with the Bastion in play, but Manila's just on point now. They're going all in on this Bastion right now, trying to get the kills. The hack doesn't get it, but the sheer damage output is doing its work. Sleep Shaken Nova here, trying their best. Oh, the boop on the sleep! Now it's just up to Boss and Nova on point. Now it's just Boss. That was a nice rock from Living Truth to knock Boss out of the sky for just a moment. Killerbot on Lucio gets the pick, and looks like that will, just in the nick of time, be point A going to Zanshin Tactics. They did a really good job working around that Bastion for the composition they're running. And the EMP actually missed the Bastion.
New defense point. Objective B.
Yeah, good adjustment there. That was a really good adjustment.
So we see Manila, I was just going to say, we see Manila trying to go for an off angle, but Nomi's going to punish it with their Orisa. We see very little adjustments to make up for the far on both sides. Nova kind of ends up in a bad spot because of that. The rest of Prodigy Noobs came out to kind of assist Nova, but unfortunately the only assist Nova's going to end up getting in the end is a Resurrect. The Sombra is cloaked, going on the point, maybe... yeah, they're going to go for this full flank. They don't have EMP yet. Now they're just kind of hanging out in the back. Res, or not the res, the hack coming through on the Ares and the immediate deletion of Ares. Supercharger comes out, gonna make it really hard to push through this choke. Nice shatter. And Bambi gets two picks with a single charge.
Oh, nice.
Nova File taking out Manila though, that's gonna be really good for them. A lot of the burst damage gone. Nova gets hacked out of the sky though. Ares doing a lot of contesting here. With the help of Boss's Mercy. Huge Flux finding 4!
Flux got 4.
And an EMP to follow up with it. It's going to be really hard for them to get their team healed back up. Nova's back on the Tracer. And now Ares is touching, just stalling with this Cryo Freeze. And using the wall.
How quick can they focus them down here? Can they clutch it?
Quickly.
Looks like they got it.
Oh. Lost comes back onto the point, immediately gets Helix rocketed down, and Zanshin Tactic, after having a slightly rocky start with the Bastion comp they have the fight against, they're going to take point B with a full minute and a half left in the clock. Very got solved from Ares, Crypto, I agree. Utilized the Mei stall abilities perfectly.
Yep. Yeah, the Sombra switch was pretty big for him there.
Well, they had been on the Sombra since the start. It just wasn't really...
yeah, that's right. They had...
The Sombra just hadn't really provided them with what I think they were looking for out of it on point A, because it didn't seem like the Sombra was the big playmaker of point A for them. It seemed to be that Pharah swap. So this time we will see Prodigy Noobs. They're going to do the sim strats. they have a Symmetra. They're going to give it a shot. They're going to have a hard time with it though, because we do see a semi-brawl coming out from Zanshin. They're going to play the Ashe in the back here. The Ashe will be able to rotate pretty quickly for it. Manila's on the Torbjorn. Where are they placing that turret? In the back, so...
quick. So
They
if
honestly,
catch
a lot of
on,
people
they're-
like to TP in and wall right here at this main gate, but they might actually get more value out of walling off this door right here, since there's going to be a lot of fallback to that door.
Objective A.
But they're going to play up at the gate. Can they spot the sim? Well, they... Oh, they're just going to
TP is
TP into the
out.
room
It is.
behind them.
They're onto him. Forced to back up.
Pop-Tart's going to try and remove the teleporter from play. Now there's a setup here. They can answer the brawl with their own brawl. They have the better brawl tank line here. Sigma's not going to fare too well in this. Cloud Lemon goes in really deep on fire, but these picks from just a poke here really coming through for Prodigy Noobs. And now the Sim's on point and charged up. Nova's hitting all the arrows. Nova with a 3K! Just a honestly textbook rotation from Prodigy Noobs. That was really, really good.
Yeah, they managed to fight that really well. I don't think the teleporter really caught him off guard,
Defense point. Objective B.
but still played really well on the offense there.
So they're gonna try for this upper right push. You mostly see the brawl teams go for that as their first push on the B.
This high ground is nice to have.
It looks like they're just gonna
This will heal you.
rotate down on the
Sim's going
point.
straight to point here. It's a big flank.
Nice pin on the Bambi. There's already 2 picks going through. Really good rotation. They start
Wall
getting
is
them.
up.
Great punish from Prodigy Noobs. They really did a good job punishing the trickle on the fall there. Only like 2 people at a time were dropping on the point. They took advantage of it. Pop Tart on the May. Kind of wastes the wall for stall. They get melted down. Here comes the Gravitic Flux. It lifts most of the team up. But Cloud Lemon with a huge beat. Gonna keep their team alive through it. Bambi gets shattered and
Nice sustain.
the turrets are doing a lot of damage, but now Nomi's gonna finish on Bambi. This is just trickle at this point. I don't see it flipping for them without a major ult, and they don't have it. The Mei is doing a pretty good job of just making it back out, buying some time. But unfortunately, both the Mei and the D.Va are on point at the same time. These will die together, and Bambi's just a second too late.
Hello there.
Well, they did the best job they could, just buying a little bit more time. I mean, they were looking at possibly having over 5 minutes there
Yeah.
in the bank, so just a little bit of stall. You never know when it's going to make the difference.
Initiating match.
Really impressed with the sim play on that map there from little Aries.
Yeah, definitely. As well as Nova. Nova, we haven't seen them play this series yet. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe this might be their Tier 3 debut, and they are putting on quite the clinic of their DPS
Ready
talent.
for battle.
They
Yeah,
came
that-
out on the Pharah, really, really strong. And then they played Hanzo on that attack there, and they were breaking that A fight wide open.
Attackers incoming.
Yeah, it was really good timing. I was spectating little Aries on the sim, and she flanked in through the main choke there while the fight was going on, and then when they dropped down, she was just in the perfect spot on the flank. So it's just really, really good timing there.
So we see Prodigy Noobs are actually going to opt for a Symmetra on defense here. I think they may just be expecting. Oh no, this is just so they can get back to point quicker. They don't want to have to cross through the entire courtyard. That's just for Nomi and Sleep to use to come back. It's gonna get broken now.
Let's see if there's enough cover from the door. It actually may be hidden well enough behind the door.
It's gone.
It does get broken.
Only half the team goes into this room here. If any follow... Oh, Nomi doesn't need help! Nomi just goes in and gets 2 all by himself, and he charges Bambi out!
Wow.
Nomi with the Reinhardt dominance play right there. And he's going all the way out. Wants this Mercy, too. Spicy finds 4 all to himself.
Is there a Greek letter higher than Alpha? Because... We found someone deserving of it if it exists.
I might need to stay here.
Zanshin tactic here. They've got realistically one good rotation fight in them. Bambi with a nice shatter block. Oh, Pop-Tart in the back line. Unfortunately, though, Spicy already finds a pick on the killer bot. Their speed's gone. I have to slow push this in. Nova on the far again.
Oh, big bubble there.
10 seconds remaining.
I think this might be it for Zanshin.
Lucio can stall here. We see him.
The D-Mech on the Livin and Killerbot goes down in the same swing. They're just rushing on the point. The grab, gonna wrap this up here. Team kill. So the best that Zanshin can get here now is a draw. And they have to hold for 4.5 minutes to get that draw.
Boy, that is a big long hold. A big long hold.
They knew they only had to take 2 team fights there, and they got a really good stagger fight out of the first one.
Yeah, the tank play there was huge.
Yeah.
Spicy. Really big in that first fight.
Spicy in that first fight there was just out of his mind. And you had Sleep Shake just supporting it so well.
Ready for battle.
This is like, hey y'all, back up. I got this. Get behind my shield.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
There. Got a Junk and McCree. Resident Immortality field.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's see what the TP strat is here.
Defend objective A.
Prodigy Noobs just... This time they're taking a different angle. It makes me think they want to TP the point. They do. They go up onto this upper ledge. This is actually really good for them. Oh, the hook onto the right hurt though! That's huge! Nomi's down in the spot they don't want to be in right now. But they back out safely with the help of Sleep Shake. Oh, that was a really nice hook combo there with Pop-Tart. Nova going into the back line, gets the pick on the Pop-Tart. The picks are going through. They're just slow pushing this fight here, and it's working out for them. They get rid of the immortality field. Could that be it, maybe? No, they're not. Oh, never mind. Nova's doing Nova things. Gets rid of Lily. They're just gonna brawl, like just hard brawl their way through point A. And that will be Prodigy Noobs taking map 3 as well, making the series 2-1.
Yeah, really impressive. Spicy.
Play of
Flexing on that map for sure.
2-1 in favor of Prodigy Noobs, to clarify for people who just showed up. Cloudwoman bringing home a staggering 34% of healing on Lucio. Most healing in the server on Lucio.
Yeah, Cloud's been consistent. The only thing he didn't pull off on the Lucio was a res. Yeah.
Go on and swap the sides again before we get people swapped.
We'll have to take a small break for our porcelain sponsor.
Okay.
We'll return.
Okay, we'll be here when you come back, Nation. Alright, we have rosters coming in. So, on the side of Prodigy Noobs, we'll see Mexi coming back. They will be paired with Nomi again. And on the DPS line, we will see Vices and Nova. Both of these players have been making it really hard for Zanshin to exist. So I want to see how these two players gel together. And then we will see Savage and Stell coming in on the support line. So this is the first time we've seen support swaps for Prodigy Noobs. And then on the side of Zanshin, we will see K2 and Insane coming back in. I do not see K2 in the server right now. Demo and Daddy back on the DPS line. And then KDB and Mystic Angel are coming back. I do not see Mystic Angel in the server either. Maybe I'm blind. I do not see Mystic Angel in the server because they are not in the server.
Yeah.
Oh no, they are. Never mind. Where did I put Katie?
Yeah.
Did I not put Katie in yet?
Yeah,
I did not put Katie in.
KDB.
I am professionally blind.
Back in with the starting lineup, it looks like here for Zanshin.
Oh, and the final map of this series, unless they take it to map 5, which could happen. These two teams have been fighting tooth and nail here. But for the final regular map of the night, we will have Dorado. If we go into overtime, it'll be OwOasis.
Yeah, it's been an impressive stabilization and turnaround here for Prodigy, because if you remember that very first map, it was a really, really clean, dominating win for Zanshin, and it looked like it might be a short game, but props to Prodigy. For stabilizing and not falling apart and really asserting themselves here.
Definitely.
This one just kind of has a feeling it's going to be, I think it's be close to the wire. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see a map 5, would you?
No, I wouldn't. Zanshin have come out swinging a lot harder than I think a lot of people might have expected them to. Live in truth. I just see you down there vibing, spectating all. Get back to your blue.
It's on a recon mission.
Oh, I just noticed there's been a complete reversal. Now Zanshin are taking up like none of the slots and specs.
You got anything you're expecting to see from either team here?
Not specifically. Prodigy Noobs have kind of been surprising me. We just had a scrim with them last night, and they've been running different compositions than what they ran against us last night. So I genuinely have no clue what they plan to do.
Yeah. Sometimes scrims, you know, they can be. You kind of use those to try out new things. It may not necessarily be what you're going to be rolling with when the season goes. People settle into their comfortable heroes.
Traveling to Morale. Initiating match.
Let's see, what do we have?
Ready for battle.
So on the side of Zanshin, who are blue again, we've swapped the sides again, so Zanshin have gone back to their blue color, Prodigy Noobs are red again. On the side of Zanshin Tactics, we're seeing a pretty standard brawl with the option for the Ashe, just in case. I mean, Nova's been playing a lot of Pharah, and Vices plays a lot of hit scan. We've seen that from both of them tonight. Having an Ashe just makes sense. And on the side of Prodigy Noobs, we're going to see a Rein Diva brawl, which I quite like on this map because of the amount of high ground on it with the Ashe Mei. So you have close quarters combat options and long range options with the Mei, as well as the Mercy Moira. Again, both of these teams have seemed to, except for Hanamura, shy away from running a Lucio in these brawl comps.
Let's see you get past this.
Wall blocks off the line of sight here. Allowing the payload to get to this pivotal choke.
Demo gets an early pick on the Vices, but the res comes through, and Nomi gets knocked down with the coach gun, but gets brought right back up, and it's after KDV with everything they've got. Demo just trying to win the sniper duel with Vices, gets it again.
Maxi down, the main tank gone.
Get into position.
Oh, poor Nova. Can Nova get out? Nova's gonna get out with that. Oh no, they're not! Insane just barely gets them.
Smoke them at us.
Pass this forth. Touch from afar.
Oh, well. That now puts one on the board for Vices. Demo's backing off. Nomi's a little bit too much for them this time. Here comes the Riptire from Daddy. But Vices breaks it. I don't think Daddy means he wanted to go for Vices, just try to drive right by him, and Vices punishes. Good Maywall though. Really good Maywall. Unfortunately, a really good support. I don't think K2 planned on dropping his shield there. Bob coming out from Evo gets charged into spawn area. K2's just alone here on point, surrounded. And Prodigy Noobs slowly break that fight open.
This will heal.
There is a chance for a contest, I think, here, but I don't think they want to take it.
Looks like an easy push all the way. I'll let it point to here.
We see Vices and Demo taking a duel again. This time, though, Vice is taking the duel with the Mercy Pocket, and Demo is not. Going after KDB, finds it!
Oh, the Mercy is down.
But Demo, who gets a revenge
pick
pick on
on
the
Katie.
Vices, unfortunately the Mercy is still in play for them. You'll likely see a res of the Vices. Or not, they probably just don't want to peek that sightline. Spicy Nomi drops into the back line, looking for a little bit more than they can handle. Unfortunately, gonna get demeched and killed. But all the while, Prodigy Noobs just pushing cart. Grab the tire from Daddy. Is he gonna find anything? It's in the blizzard! It has to detonate! Mexi was able to block because of that blizzard. A huge play from Nova. And a nice May wall there, getting Mexi stuck there, but not out in the line of fire. Unfortunately, though, the healing's not able to come through for Mexi entirely, and they're gonna fall. And that will mean that Zanshin Tactics will take control of the cart for now.
Yeah. Maywall is nice to have on the retreat when you're trying to regroup.
Capital looking for a pick on the Mystic Angel, who is just strafing back and forth. Gets hit by the dynamite, but uses Vanish to get away from it. Vice is just kind of getting away with being able to fire into the team.
Both rods are shatter here.
Battle here.
Oh, one's blocked.
Vice throws a bomb in. Oh no! K2 rotated and the bomb went through it. A res is gonna come through from KDB2 on the K2. The main tank's back in play for Zanshin Tactics. And Nomi gets knocked out of Mecha. Vices is taking this high ground flank angle. Is it going to be enough? I think it is. It's pushed Zanshin far enough back. Prodigy Noobs are coming back. Mexi's back on point. Their whole team's here now. Stell is stuck in a trap, but they get out. Here's the grab, K2. Oh, the counter shatter. The wall blocks most of it, unfortunately, but it knocks K2 down, so the damage doesn't go through. It doesn't matter, though. The DPS and the Zarya are able to make up for it. And that's going to force Prodigy Noobs to back up with a minute and a half left. And that's really only one major fight left. One fight with ults. But they do have the ult advantage. Daddy Needs You has a tire. That could be a quick fight win. We do see
and a Bob.
Nova coming around.
More dangerous in this situation.
Gonna look for a pick on the KDB. KDB goes to the front line to get away. There's the tire.
That's coming from behind here.
It blocked.
Oh,
it got blocked. Oh, they shut down Vices before the Bob comes out, though. KDB just stalling on point with K2. K2 swinging for all their worth right now. Stell gets the pick on the KDB. Might have been a bit overextended there. A lot of their team was around the corner. We'll have to see if that fights Zanshin or not. K2 doing a good job controlling this corner. The Bob comes through. And Insane gets a pick onto Nova, the only person who was going to shut this Bob down for the long term. Now Vice's Bob comes in, and Vice's Bobs have been lethal tonight. Can it do a lot of work now? It gets Daddy. It's going after Mystic Angel, and Vice's... The Bob picks off Mystic. Vice's... gets K2 as well.
Oh,
Vice's with the heavy pop-off.
The Butler goes off there.
Got a little bit of lag. I apologize to the audience for that. Going down now, though. Insane swinging in on the Wrecking Ball. I would assume that might have been a stall pick, but Insane has a really strong Wrecking Ball. K2, it's coming back. K2's angry. They want all the kills. KDB whips out the Glock, gets a kill on the Savage while they're trying to res. K2's not done yet. They know there's a Sombra back here somewhere. They're looking for it.
Sombra was just Spectre harassing the Ash off the high ground.
Few ults online here on the set of Prodigy Noobs, but as well for Zanshin. K2's going to press L1 after a couple of picks already come through. Really hard for them to break in here with Demo up on this high ground. They've only got 20 seconds left on the clock. They're relying on one of these ults to come up big. I would assume they want to EMP Shatter. Nova wants to come in, but there's a trap there. they just barely slide around it. Nova's gonna duo as their— oh, Shadow Consume from K2! He kills Mexi! The EMP goes through, but it only gets the Junkrat. The bomb denies Zanshin from touching cart. Daddy needs you with a tire. Gets Mexi. The picks are kind of back and forth. Devo though, Devo gets 2! It looks like that might have been the stabilizer for Zanshin. KDB brings Demo back into the fight. Insane takes out Vices. All that's left on point is Stell. Stell goes down. It looks like that's going to be it. Zanshin Tactics will get a successful defense at point C.
Yeah, good job of digging their heels in there.
Score 0-2.
You know, that's not a common place. Not as common of a place for the cart to get stalled. Usually it's a little bit further into the turn.
Yeah. Usually expect to see it get stuck on the second hill here, but normally that's just guaranteed progress for the cart. So it's going to be really hard for Prodigy Noobs to stop Zanshin Tactics from turning that cart in there. It's such an awkward space to hold in. If they get there with any semblance of time left on the clock, it's going to be rough if they just try to throw 6 ults at them.
Ready for battle.
And we were talking about it before the map started. I won't be surprised to see map 5 here. And Zanshin Tactics in the past have been known to excel more, at least in my opinion, in playing against them. They tend to excel more on these maps with a lot of high ground and minimal sight lines. So I think Dorado would be a good place to go to on map 4 for them while down a point.
Really good opportunity here.
2, 1.
Vices though, on this Ashe, just Vices has had at least one moment for every map they've been in where I'm just awestruck at the amount of value they get per fight.
Yeah, that's a lot of value out of Bob.
Well, I like their use of Bob too as like a pincer attack, because Vices actually gets more kills on average than Bob does. And a nice early pick on the demo. We'll see if that can get rest up by KDB. K2 going in really aggressively here. Gonna force KDB to just keep the pocket on the little Winston. Mexi falls early here, forces Nova to fall with them to kind of keep the pressure off of them. Good job from the healers though, keeping Mexi topped up throughout most of that. But Insane got a little tired of the healers being in play. They're gonna spin the win around the fountain here. That's actually quite annoying if you're the defense, just to keep getting pushed into the cart.
Right, especially
good tire from Daddy. This is reminiscent of Busan. Oh, that tire's going to spawn. They want to support. They're waiting at the spawn door. If nothing else, though,
delays them from getting out. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Oh, Vices. Oh, K2 just hard over aggress. No cooldowns. Getting frozen. Gonna fall. Now Prodigy Noobs are down 2, about to be down 3. This May is going to wreak havoc on Prodigy Noobs. Oh, sorry, Zanshin Tactics. Emo with a nice pick on the Savage, though. That will slow Prodigy Noobs' fight power just a little bit. They may have to pop the Coalescence on their side from Stell just to stay in this, but no, Mystic Angel's just going to get 2 picks off of it. They're damage boosting the Coalescence. Mystic Angel finds 3. Insane gets another one on the Mexi. Now this cart's just going to start moving uncontested, and they're going for the stagger picks. K2 wants the Mercy. Savage falls.
Very, very aggressive play here.
They're forcing Prodigy Noobs to go back into their spawn room. I don't know if K2 knows where he is behind them.
Is this what you can consider space created here?
Just a little bit. Unfortunately, though, they've overstayed their welcome. The May is back in play. They're gonna make it out barely. I'm surprised Insane makes it out there. Vices tosses the Bob out. Unfortunately, though, it's not going to stop cart progress, but that Fire Strike on the K2 is going to stop Zanshin from pushing further. Mexi's taking a lot of damage here. Daddy's fearless, but Nova punishes him for that fearlessness. And a nice pin onto Insane from Mexi.
They're able to stabilize here, but that aggression really got him a lot of cart distance.
Did. I don't think they wanted to get stuck where they currently are. I think if that payload's back there, Prodigy Noobs are going to have a hard time getting off of this cart to play forward with the composition that Zanshin Tactics are playing. They're going to be forced to take weird angles. And it looks like they want to wrap around to the left. Nova hadn't noticed until it got called out.
Not a bad idea here. Could take less damage getting there.
Insane hops up. Nomi's already almost out of mecha. And Vices fell to half health. They're just setting up. They're on the high ground. They're looking, surveying their options. K2's gonna die. that's unfortunate. He had no clue where the bomb was gonna drop and just ate it.
Poor Harambe.
Alright, KDB's gonna pop the Valkyrie here. Daddy needs to use his attire just to get the D-Mech on the Nomi. There's the coalescence we were expecting a couple of fights ago. And Mexi with a huge shatter on the Daddy and Mystic Angel. The picks are going both ways. KDB pulls out the Glock, gets Vices. Nomi gets rezzed up here from Savage for the Prodigy Noobs. And Nova's just bullying Insane. Had to reload, lets Insane get away. K2 just in the middle, Prodigy Noobs. And Vices said, no, you're not going anywhere, to Insane. They have their Mercy Pocket back and they're in business again. Now things start getting worrisome for Zanshin.
Going right here is not nearly as viable a strategy.
No. I do think they need some sort of high ground control that isn't just the Junkrat. I think they should have put a diva in this competition.
Out.
Big shatter, finds the tank line.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to contest Vices here, especially with the Mercy Pocket.
Yep.
On the high ground.
This is the position I was saying that I think Prodigy Noobs need to put themselves in if they want to hold on C, and that is to only give Zanshin Tactics that 1 minute 30-second time bank as they cap. They need them to cap in overtime on B.
Just no way to challenge high ground here at all for them. You almost need to...
I think Zanshin Tactics need to be disciplined about their support ultimates here and save them for the next fight. They don't have any major swinging ultimates here. They're gonna use the Valkyrie. I think it's only because Daddy has Tyrantly fights too! Huge picks with it! And the D-Mech on the Diva because of the damage dealt. Now it's up to Vices with this pocket. They've already found two. KDB's going up there with the Valkyrie. Not able to secure the kill before Valkyrie expires, but now it's just up to Vices to touch. K2's not gonna let them. Can they get the Mercy before they get out? Not quite. K2 charging in, trying to get picks. Trying to find the stagger's not going to. K2's actually in a perilous position right now. Might get frozen by Nova. If that happens, this could be all over for Zanshin. Mexi gets stuck in the trap though. Can they get the picks? K2 just coming in from left field.
Oh, this is gonna be big.
Oh, the bomb finds Daddy. The majority of the damage is gone for Zanshin. It's back in the fight though. Good res. But the Blizzard use just on Daddy needs you. K2 finds a pick on the Nova. The shatter comes through. It's not gonna find any kills. They get the charge on the spicy Nomi. Bombs in play from Vices. Vices is up on the high ground now. This is just gonna be a shooting gallery for Vices. Mexi's trying to get a spin to win going. Daddy needs you. Survives the Blizzard. Coming back out. Gets the pocket. Finds the kills onto the tank line. The Bob is now out from Demo. Vices is down on the cart touching. Nova gets deleted instantly. And Zanshin Tactics will cap point B in the final hour. And Stell gets staggered. That's huge here.
When they got a lot of space here.
They're trying to punish the Nomi for being so far forward here. Nomi's gonna get out though with half health. Now they've got a far end play into our Demo. Is that a good enough idea? Can Nova sustain against that? They have the Mercy Pocket.
No, minefield.
The mines are in play, but KDB uses Valkyrie just to stay on cart without having to worry about it. Now K2 falls back. K2 wants to get the DMEC on the Diva. Demo falls. Daddy Needs You falls. Insane gets to pick up the Moira though. And KDB brings Demo back into the fight. They're trying to kill this Pharah with the goal lessons, but it's not happening. KDB dies to the mines.
Oh no.
This is it. I think Zanshin need to admit defeat to this fight here and get out unless they can get a C9. Insane is just rolling on cart. Not finding it though. They need to get out. Insane's gonna try and roll out of this fight. They have the health to do it. The cart just 5 meters off of the golden box of victory.
21 seconds.
Prodigy Noobs have the ults.
It's a tire and a shatter.
Oh, Daddy's gotten spotted out by the Pharah. If Daddy dies here, oh, Daddy gets the reverse pick here. Insane touches. The tire's coming in. It gets the DMEC. There's no bomb in play anymore for Prodigy Noobs. Mystic Angel on fire on point, goes down. They need their help from their team. K2 gets a shatter on point, but it's only gonna be fruitful for 1 kill. Bob on point now.
It's a big minefield.
The mines come in from Insane. They combine 2. Demo gets the pick on the Vices. The normal clutch out in this situation.
The bomb!
Oh, no, the bomb kills Insane! It's up to Demo! Can Demo stall long enough to get the team back? The bomb's on point, no beat! Now the Moira's back for Prodigy Noobs. It's all up to this bomb. Can Mystic Angel stall long enough for their team to get back? KDB and K2 are moving as fast as they possibly can to get there. The mines are out on point again. K2's here though. The Winston should be able to clear a majority of them. Vices is back in the fight now, up on the high ground. Oh no, this is looking like it's gonna flip for Prodigy Noobs. Zanshin Tactics had it. They did such a good job setting up this fight, and they Prodigy just clutched it so hard here.
It's hard to keep the Doom on the cart though.
And overtime's over.
Wow,
Prodigy Noobs hang in there barely for map 3, taking the series 3-1.
Play of the game.
I want to see one of these POVs for Vices, because Vices is just going nuts on this Ashe tonight.
Yeah, he's really clutch on the Ashe. Yeah, what a match. We got close to that map 5.
Epic.
Wonderful.
I was kind of hoping for the map 5, honestly. This was a really good series.
Man, when they're like this, yeah, I mean, you could go for, you know, I could watch 10 of these. We could just watch them play until the Mandalorian comes out at 2 a.m. You know.
I can tell that there's been an off season. My voice is
Gravity, this is the way.
Not having a good time.
Yeah, Prodigy Noobs though, well earned victory again. I just think back to that first map, you know, where it just looked like it was going to be all Zanshin. I mean, it looked easy, and then boy, they really regrouped and came back in a strong way and took it 3-1.
Alright, so now we get the fun MVP discussion, which is a little different this season, because now there will be nominations from the captains for MVPs. I think, regardless though, Vices has to get an MVP. Just hands down. Not to say that, like, there weren't other DPS that played well, right? Because everybody that's playing right now were MVP candidates in my head. Demo had some crazy Junkrat plays on Blizzard World. Daddy Needs You, just the Soldier was really good on Blizzard World, as well as just their Junkrat in general. The Rip Tires always came up big for their team. Daddy Needs You just in a neutral play there towards the end with the pick onto Nova on their final fight. That should have been a kill that went Nova's way, and Daddy managed to flip it. They got surprised and stayed calm and got the kill anyways, and then tired the Diva, which took the bomb out of play. So big plays from Daddy Needs You. And then Nova File, they only played 2 maps, but they were a presence when they were here. Their Pharah on Hadamura was just uncontestable, and their Hanzo was pinpoint.
Right, and was it Nova that played the Mei for them on Blizzard World? Is that right?
It was not. It was Ares, and I would have said a lot of good things about Ares for MVP too. just because of how well they played Mei on their maps. So Boss is nominating Daddy and Katie. And Daddy needs you nominated Nomi and Vices. And I can get behind Nomi and Vices. Like, Nomi
Yeah, Nomi's
went nuts.
especially on
K2
Hanamura.
also
yeah,
did
Hanamura
really,
was-
really well, but I think like Nomi, hands down, did really, really good tonight, both on the main and off tank.
Yeah, and sometimes it's hard. It's hard to see a tank stand out, especially if there's really good tank synergy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have a tendency to see really good tank pairs, but you really noticed, especially on Hanamura. I mean, I think Spicy was definitely the guy or girl. I don't know these people personally, but you know, very strong on Hanamura and just stuck out quite a bit. No matter what he was playing.
My final take on the MVPs would be Nomi for the tank line, Vices for the DPS line, and KDB for the support line.
Yeah.
Or
so Cloud is
Cloud. I was going to say Cloud did really, really well as well.
okay. I was a little confused because Cloud is still red in spectators, but yeah, he's a Zanshin guy.
No, Cloud belongs to Prodigy Noobs.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh man. Yeah, his mercy play, his reses were really, really clutch. Yeah, I would agree with you. You know, I think Nami. It's hard to argue Nami and Vices.
I am tossed up between KDB and Cloud, though. Cloud did, like, Cloud was the difference maker on map 1 and 2, but I do, like, it was also Mystic Angel. Mystic Angel did a really good job on... Well, you could also argue that was more just Dorado. Mystic Angel was breaking a lot of fights open with Coles and doing a pretty good job of managing the heals as well, the healing resource meter.
Yeah, that's true, and you can kind of you can get distracted sometimes by the sexy plays. You know, the big reses or a big Lucio boop here or there, and it, you know, sometimes it's hard to consider the consistent sustaining that the supports are providing, which when they're actually, you know, doing how well they're doing their job as a whole. Keeping the sustain there.
I think my final take, if you disagree with it, that's fine. Is going to be Nomi, Vices, and Cloud with an honorable mention thrown to KDB.
No, I can't say I could disagree with that. I mean, I thought, you know, Cloud, and even when he was on the Lucio, he was impressive too.
All right, so I think that takes care of our MVP conversation for tonight, and I honestly that's kind of all I've got. This was a great series, honestly, a lot better than I think a lot of people were expecting going into it, and I think the score is a little deceitful on Zanshin only getting one map, because they definitely played well enough that they almost snatched themselves a map 5. So, score 3-1 the Prodigy Noobs. Anything you want to add to that,
great match.
Coach?
No, it was just a great match. Great match. It's always good to see a team pull together when things don't start off well. You know, to see that that kind of chemistry, and you just love to see a team bounce back like that. Lets you know that there's probably, you know, just good chemistry within the team, and there's definitely a team to look out for. I think these teams are 8 and 9 in the power ratings.
Yeah.
So, you know, I guess in that sense, kind of evenly matched on paper. But man, it was definitely an exciting. You know, you hope they're all that way, unless you're playing. You know, when you're playing, you want them to be you want a 3-0 wipe and, you know, want 100 to nothing every map. But when you're spectating, this is just the kind of match you want to see. So no, it's been great, and it looks like it's going to be an exciting season.
I would agree. With that, I do believe we will be signing off. I have been Uravity. I hope you guys enjoyed the cast. Have a good night.